Nowadays, the biggest advice people offer to others when they recommend how can you be happy in life, one of the things that they say is to love yourself. Yet why is it so difficult for people to actually love themselves? It sounds like it should be an easy thing to do, but in reality, it's much more difficult to implement than people realize. And so I ask myself the question, what gets in the way for me? Why am I not happy, or why don't I love myself? And I find that for most people, it's the same thing. And the first thing is that we end up comparing ourselves to others. I mean, you look around you, you see your friends, your family, you see celebrities, you see folks in the media, you see your colleagues at work. They're doing things at a certain level, they've accomplished certain achievements, and you find yourself comparing and saying, well, I haven't gotten there, or I'm not there. And as a result, that negative self-talk comes back your way and saying, well, I am not good as somebody else. And that's the first thing that gets in the way from truly loving yourself and having a better opinion of yourself. The second thing I find is setting your standards according to the standards of somebody else. I always appreciate this quote by Einstein where it says that everybody is genius. But if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, then that fish will always think that it's stupid. Similarly for us, if you judge yourself on the standards that others have set for themselves or maybe even for you, it's always going to get in your way because those standards can never be satisfied, not in the eyes of others, but even for yourself. So, in essence, really try to set your own standards because you're helping yourself out rather than harming yourself. And then the final thing is that when we hear others speaking about us, it's very easy to buy into what they say, whether it's good or bad. And if you're keeping your self-esteem and your worthiness and your value based on what others say, then that's like a house full of cards where if somebody gives you some harsh criticism, your self-esteem is going to crash, crumbling down. And so avoid the idea of buying into what others say. Even just men, women, and for children, there are certain standards. Men should have a certain physique, or even for women, you should look a certain way or have these attributes so that you can be more beautiful in the eyes of others. And I say just get rid of all that. Avoid buying into what others say because it's really finding what you find great about yourself and appreciate about yourself rather than taking on what others are saying about you. So in order to find that happiness, that sense of joy, that sense of just loving yourself, let go of the comparisons that you make with others. Let go of the standards that others have set for you. And also ignore all the chatter that's around you. And find that inner voice, find that inner validation for yourself. And that is the true key to your happiness.